everybody? Welcome back to Believe to Achieve. Tonight we're going to talk about unconditional love. What is unconditional love? How to have unconditional love, and how unconditional love can change our lives and those around us at the same time. So we're going to start off by wondering, wait a minute, what is unconditional love? Unconditional love is the frame of who we really are. Deep down in our true nature, our true being is unconditional love. We are unconditional love. The universe that is inside of us, that is us, is unconditional love. A love that penetrates the highest core of everything in existence, which comes from the natural core of everything in existence. We are and always will be unconditional love at the deepest level of our true being, our true nature of who we really are. Unconditional love is a deep concept that our human mind and imagination cannot fully grasp. Unconditional love is a love that has no conditions. Unconditional love is love at its highest form of loving our neighbor, loving ourselves. Because when we can love ourselves, we can love those around us. But until we get who we really are and a love for who we really are and truly love ourselves, how can we love the next person? Like I hear people say all the time, I used to say it myself, I love you. I love you, but I'm out hurting myself, using drugs, robbing people, and then going home and telling my wife or my girlfriend or my children, I love you. How can I love you if I don't even love myself? Unconditional love starts first and foremost with self. You have to love yourself before you can love another person. That's a deep concept to grasp, but once you grasp it and love yourself, you will start to radiate unconditional love onto yourself and to others. You don't even got to say anything. It'll come through you, your aura, your emotions, your personality, you will radiate with love, with beauty, because unconditional love is the truest form of beauty that goes beyond human existence. It goes back, all the way back to when the universe was created. The unconditional love. Unconditional love is not keeping yourself in prison, setting conditions on yourself, trying to be perfect, trying to fit in, trying to please and people please other people. You're setting conditions that, okay, in order for me to be loved, in order for me to be respected, in order for me to fit in with this group or society, I have to do this, 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 and this. Those are conditions, people. That is not unconditional love. Unconditional love is not ordering people around. It's not keeping your wife or your husband in prison, telling them they got to do this or that or this or that. Or you don't love them unless they do this, unless they have sex with you, unless they have oral sex with you, unless they do this or that. Those are conditions. Or telling your wife or your husband, you can't go out with those women. You can't go out with those guys. You can't go out with your friends. I don't want you hanging around with other women. I don't want you hanging around with other guys. Those are conditions. And when we set conditions, we're actually keeping those people in prison. Why? Because we're in prison our damn self. That's why. And until we wake up and realize, how can I love that person? I'm keeping that person in prison. I'm keeping my goddamn self in prison. I have to break out. I have to trust myself and love myself enough to break out of my own goddamn prison before I can help somebody else out of theirs. That's the truth. That's unconditional love, people, at its highest form. Not setting conditions on people. Not setting conditions on yourself. Not setting false expectations. And I'm going to tell you guys, because I learned this for myself. True friends, unconditional love, friends that have unconditional love and friendship for you, are not going to set conditions. That means if you don't act the way they want you to, they still love you. If you don't do the things they want you to do, they still love you. If you don't say the things they want you to say, they still love you. Those are your real friends, people. Those that only love you and only want you around because of money or because of what you have, or maybe they want your husband, or maybe they want your wife. Those are all conditions. Those are not your friends. Those are conditional friends. Those aren't the friends that once you don't meet their conditions, they don't want you around. That is not unconditional love. That is conditions. When you go to work and you do something and you're doing it to the best of your ability and your boss or people around you don't like what you wear and they say, well, we see that you're doing your job, but we don't like what you're wearing, or we don't like you smiling or laughing. People, those are conditions. Society places conditions. Our government places conditions. All the governments and surrounding countries around the world all have different conditions. Like in America, we have our culture that we live by, our conditions of our country. Each country has its own culture and conditions for their people and their society. Everything is met on conditions, and if you don't meet those conditions, what happens? They throw your ass in jail, they execute you, or you're cast from society. Why? Because you're not meeting conditions. You're not meeting their expectations of what they want from you. That's not how it's supposed to be. We are unconditional love at its highest form. That's able to generate energy, positive, love, fruitful energy at its highest form. Not fitting into expectations, conditions, false hopes, false reality. Because in the end, people, the only one that's truly hurting is yourself. So now's the time, people, to wake up and have unconditional love first and foremost for yourself. Because once you can have unconditional love for yourself and stop hurting yourself, stop using drugs or drinking or thinking negative about yourself or whatever it may be, once you can drop that and can truly love yourself and respect yourself and believe in yourself and trust yourself enough, that's when unconditional love will kick into you and will kick into those around you. That's when respect comes. That's when everything comes. The universe will give you everything once you go in compliance with the rest of the order of the universe, which is that unconditional energy, unconditional balance, unconditional vibration. Everything is unconditional. There is no conditions on anything in the universe. We have to get up, people. If you're in a negative relationship and things aren't turning around, and you sit down and you talk with your spouse, whether it be a male or female, whether it be your husband or wife, whatever it may be, sit down and talk. Find out what it's going to need to change the relationship. Find out what it's going to take to transform you to help each other grow. And if it don't work and this person's not willing to change and it's only hurting you and you fell into yourself and loving yourself and respect yourself and that person don't want to do it, that's time to wake the fuck up and move on. Because it's only going to hurt you. You're going to keep falling into that same conditional bullshit. It's time to get up. Wake up. Get up. Love yourself enough. You are worth it. You deserve it. You deserve it since your birthright to be yourself, to be loved and accepted. If people don't want to love and respect you, fuck them. Move on. Grow. There's so many things out there, so many people that you're missing out on, so many beautiful things in your life that you're missing because you're holding yourself back to conditions. Just step out into unconditional love. It'll change your life, brothers, sisters. I love you all, man. And I'm going to keep making these videos. I'm going to keep doing it to the day I die. Why? Because I love myself enough to love you. Because when I love you, I am loving myself. And when I love myself, I am loving you. Because in the long run, you're me, like I always say in all these videos. And you're me and I'm you. So from this point on, if you have any questions or you'd like to talk or you need help or somebody you know needs help that could use some advice, have them contact me at my page, Glenn Burgess, or Unique Connections, which is my page. me and Chantel's page. Believe to Achieve. Um, and don't think I'm just all about money, because if somebody really, really needs help and they can't afford it, I'm down to help, man. Anything that it takes to change somebody's life, because they deserve it. Everybody deserves it. I don't care what they've done. If they're willing to change, man, they deserve the opportunity. They deserve another chance. I don't care if it takes them 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 chances. They deserve it each and every time. If they're alive, they're breathing, they deserve a goddamn chance. I was given so many chances and I didn't take it, but now I'm taking that goddamn chance and I'm going to help other people do it. And I ain't going to let nothing stand in my way. And that's what you got to do. Let nothing stand in the way of who you are and the power that you have inside you to help change yourself, and not just yourself, but those around you. But until then, I love everybody. And from tonight and Believe to Achieve, God bless. May your week be prosperous. May you and yours have a wonderful week, a prosperous week, and a truly blessed week. From here on, peace out, everybody.